Hello, welcome to the Blackout Podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people who do amazing things. And today, I have my friend, awesome human being, EMT. He saves lives. Hoppy Wheels. He gets people entertained. And now here you're starting this podcast. What's the story there?
Well, the name of the podcast is Do You Know What Blows My Foghorn?
Okay, what the hell?
So, you've watched Family Guy.
Yeah.
You know how Peter Griffin has this show, Do You Know What Grinds My Gears?
Yeah.
So this is the maritime version of Do You Know What Grinds My Gears?
Yeah.
So in this show, what we're going to be doing is sitting down, talking about international hot topics that are on the news, and me blowing off steam and just talking about what frustrates me about whether it is the system, whether it is, the United Nations, whatever the case may be. It's going to be my rant show. But I'm also going to have some guests. Some of the episodes will have some guests where, you know what, it's either going to be a debate or it's going to be a discussion. But I'm totally fine with that. I'm okay with people sitting next to me and saying, no,
You're wrong.
You're wrong, but this is... I'm okay with that. I can take the heat, right? The problem is I don't know if other people are able to kind of take the heat.
So, this has been something that has been gestating. What made you decide to pull the trigger, though?
Well, I have a really good, influential friend that really didn't... No, honestly, man, I've always had an idea of having a podcast, but, and I'll be straight up, you really pushed me for it. I've had the idea. I've wanted to do it. I just didn't know how to do it. I didn't know if I wanted to do it. But then when you were like, hey, would you like to do a podcast? And then it just... I've been waiting for this question.
No, I heard it when you mentioned the name. I was like, oh, wow, it's something you've thought about for a long time.
Exactly.
It didn't just come out of the blue.
Oh yeah. This has been for a bit, right? and when I sent you the list of the topics, it's funny. I was on a night shift at 4:00 in the morning, sitting there. And I thought to myself, you know what? I got time for this. And then that's when I came up with all the topics.
I mean, I kind of see the back end of it, and I'm thinking, God, people are in for a trip. But I'm going to let you say, what people should expect from some of the things you're going to talk about on your Foghorn.
Yeah, you know what? One topic, which I'm thinking about doing, the first one is going to be New Year's resolution, don't be a dick. Right? But you know what? John and I were actually just talking about that while I was waiting to come in. People always focus on New Year's resolution, new body, healthier food, all this. But do people really focus on their self-awareness? Do people really focus on their mental health? You never know what people are going through, right? And they could be perceived as being douchebags, or they can be in dicks. But again, you don't know what they're going through. So for an individual to sit down and say, okay, I know I'm going through my own shit. How can I fix it? How can I self-reflect? How can I be more self-aware so I'm more in tune with other people, right? How can I fix my own issues so I can be a better spouse, boss, employee, whatever the case may be, right? And that's what we're going to be doing on the first episode. And I have a good friend of mine who is a therapist, and he also works with me. He used to work with me on the ambulances. Great guy. And me and him are going to be pretty much sitting down, and we're going to be chatting about facts. He's been doing it for a few years now, so he'll have a little bit of more intel on, do people really come in to do this kind of stuff, or do people come in for, an offline podcast like mine, just rant to a therapist. I'm just ranting to other people.
So it's coming out every twice a month, so every 2 weeks. You're thinking
we're gonna try. That would be the goal, because I
all the things.
I got a lot of things on my plate. Trying to be a parent, trying to be a husband, got the business, got the job, but that will be the goal. The goal is to aim for 2 episodes a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
What day are you thinking?
We're gonna try and see if we can do Tuesdays.
Nice.
I feel like Tuesdays it's a good day, right? You kind of over the Monday blues.
Fuck Monday.
Right, exactly. You're over the Monday blues. You got Tuesday. You're like, okay, I'm feeling good. A lot of people love podcasts. You know, a lot of people that travel for work, they sit there and they listen to podcasts. You know, a lot of my paramedic friends that are sitting in the hallways for hours and hours, days, they love sitting there and listening to podcasts when they get a chance, of course, right? So I think it would be a good opportunity to dive into that.
You know, I mean, I don't want to say I believe in fate, but I know you're super superstitious.
Yes, I'm very superstitious.
But I do believe that things kind of just fall in place. You know, it's like when it's meant to happen, it happens. And we met, I was like, okay, there's something here. I'm believing in this show. I love the essence you're bringing with it. And when you told me that title, I was like, fuck.
I love it though. But again, being superstitious, everything happens for a reason. The second I sent you that email, it was like you didn't even hesitate to answer back, right? And that's what I mean. Like things happen for a reason. I have a good feeling about this too. I know you've been saying that to me, and I do too.
Yo, man, thanks for bringing me along this journey. I know it's gonna be a great one.
No, I appreciate you having me on this journey too. And yeah, I got many ideas, but I'm scared to give them to you.
Because I'm like, execute.
I got so many ideas, but I'm like, one step at a time.
Oh man, thanks for coming back to the Blackout and using this to launch your show. I can't wait.
No, I really appreciate you having me, man.
Wait. And like, so I gotta say, we're talking about where people are going to listen to it. People can listen on Spotify and all that, but you have the home base for your show. You got to say it. What is the .com for your show?
You know what blows my foghorn.com. Just look that up. I apologize in advance if something else pops up that you weren't expecting. But I'll be posting the picture on my social media pages, so please make sure that you see that photo before you start Googling stuff.
Oh man, Nizam, is always fun chatting to you. Thank you so much.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.